I have spent most of the day trying to get my thoughts together for this post, and now I'm going to try to do it. This is my 75th day in a row of posting at least one video, most of them shorts. Uh, and I want to just remind myself and share again about the goals that I have. Uh, Short term, my goal is to kind of do 100-day challenge to begin with. 100 days consecutive posting at least one video with the idea that I need to be learning a lot. I have done some video over the course of my years, but I don't have a lot of editing software or a lot of experience with editing software, and so I have a lot to learn. And I really want to kick into high gear after day 100, probably going to maybe 3 posts a week where I'm doing some intensive building with the idea that I'll be making things that I'm going to try and sell. And the point of all that is that I want to try and fulfill a goal that I have that ties very closely, well, is based on a passage of scripture that is so practical and so direct and really so simple in a way, and yet it's not easy. And it's simple in a way, but it's not often done or not often seen as the smart thing to do, or it's simple, but it takes a lot of discipline, and the kind of, especially the kind of financial discipline that I haven't had enough of in my life. And this is really what I'm shooting for. So at the 100-day mark, what I'm going to be doing, among other things, is making some musical instruments that I think can be very saleable, and trying to have develop the skills, especially with the table saw and the miter saw and the router, in order to be able to make presentable things that uh, are ready for hopefully people to think, hey, that's something that I want. That's the idea. And in the process, I want to also be learning how to better present the work that I'm doing. And I really hope that some of you who see this might take some time to let me know what you have found successful and effective in what I've done, and then also what you think I could do better or different or less of, or anything like that, because I also want to try and just share uh, what I'm doing, not just in a casual way, not just in, certainly not in a self promoting way, and not in a not in a fancy way, but just in a way that gets the ideas across and maybe is enjoyable and interesting and hopefully long term, hopefully instructive for other people. So that again brings me back to this passage of scripture that is the the real intention, especially in the intention of a guy who has had some challenges, especially financial challenges, that put him in a position at this age of having a concern of not being especially a financial burden to anybody else. And I don't that is one of the hashtag goals for sure, is to try and uh, provide for my own needs and to not be extravagant in those needs. Here's the passage that is the central focus. It's 1 Thessalonians 4:11 through 12. Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. You should mind your own business and work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. Like I said, it's simple and direct, very practical. I don't want to be dependent on anybody as much as it is in my power for that to be true. And I'm not concerned about respect for myself as much as I want to bring respect to the Lord. And that's a major goal. And I do want to mind my own business. And I really like working with my hands. That's not been much of my career, although I've always done some of that. But in college teaching and youth ministry, there was a lot of handwork to be done, but a lot of it was thought of more as, brain time. I love the idea of just having a quiet, simple life, working with my hands, honoring the Lord so that He could be respected more because of who I am, and then providing for my needs. And sometimes I use the Latin phrase in some of my posts, Deo volente, and that means as the Lord is willing. And I also use Dei gratia, and that is by the grace of God. And by His mercy and grace, I have an opportunity to do this, and I appreciate everybody that has watched and subscribed and shared time by commenting and watching the videos. And I'm blessed and grateful for all of that, and I look forward to any and everything that I get to do in the days to come. And thanks for being with me on these first 75, and let's see where it goes from here. Thank you.